Welcome to day number 3. Yesterday we talked about the nighttime mistake. Today we're going to talk about how to wake up your metabolism in just 60 seconds. But first I have to get real with you about something. I talk about my dad and his incredible vitality, and while he lived to 91, he did it the hard way. My dad was a gym rat. We had a gym built onto our house years before it was in vogue. And my dad had it stocked full of weeder weights and even calf machines, preacher curl bars, all that stuff. It was amazing, all of the things that my dad had in there. But here's the thing. He was of the mindset of no pain, no gain, which was incorrect. And this is why we're doing this today, to get you guys on the right track. He worked out hard because he wanted the outside of his body to look great. And it did. So I was very proud of him. He was my Superman. But here's the truth. The outside of his body was lying to us. On the inside, he had metabolic disease brewing that he was completely unaware of. He ended up on the same cocktail of medications that most men over 50 are getting prescribed today. He was grinding, but he wasn't priming. And that's the difference. This is why I do what I do today, because I want you not only to look better on the outside, but actually reverse disease by using the built-in mechanisms that God gave you, instead of just punishing your body inside of the gym. Think of your body like an old truck on a cold morning. You don't just jump into the truck and floor it, do you? You let it warm up. Now, this is the same thing my dad was doing when he was doing his heavy workouts at 5 a.m. in the morning. He was flooring it. And if you're going to do that, you're going to cause internal stress. And that's what he unfortunately did. For men over 50, that stress is going to produce cortisol, which is a hormone magnet for belly fat. Let me repeat that if you didn't hear it. Cortisol is a stress hormone. And you are causing that when you work out really hard early in the morning. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't work out in the morning if that's something that makes you feel better, but just don't knock yourself out while you're doing it. So here's what I'd like you to understand. Instead of grinding, I want you to start priming your body. I want you to be able to tell the mitochondria, which are the power plants inside of your cells, that it's time to move energy. And we're going to do this by having you activate the largest muscle groups in your body, just enough to demand some fuel. And you're going to think, well, wait a minute, Janina, isn't that what working out is? No, listen, you're going to do this without triggering the stress response of the cortisol hormone. Here's your day number 3 easy button. Before you have your coffee or whatever it is you're going to drink in the morning, I want you to do 60 seconds of very slow and controlled movement. Now, I'm going to give you 2 of them. First is the air squat. That's really super simple. It's just sitting back in a chair like you're going to sit in a chair, and then you stand up. You do this very slow and controlled. You do this for about 30 seconds, and the next 30 seconds you can use to do wall push-ups. Okay? So this is just going against the wall and doing push-ups against the wall. You do that for 30 seconds. So there's your 60-second way of warming up your body and activating the largest muscles. During this 60-second routine in the morning, you aren't trying to get sweaty or get ripped. You're just sending a biological signal to your big muscles. This tells your body, hey, we're awake, and go ahead and start pulling from the fat stores for energy. It flips the switch from storage of fat to burning fat before you even leave the house. Now, the gurus want you to join the gym and grind until it hurts. But if you're like my dad, you can have the muscles and still have disease brewing underneath. And that's the rude awakening I had to find out. And coming from the medical industry, it was a big rude awakening for me, because I always used to tell my patients who had type 2 diabetes or high blood pressure or cardiovascular disease, I used to tell them, if you diet and exercise, things will get better. Nope, I was wrong, and dead wrong. Unfortunately, I had to have my father go through a 4-way bypass in order for him to ask me the question as to, well, wait a minute, after all the exercise I've done, why am I here having a 4-way bypass? Food for thought. So this is why I give you guys the easy button. It's about sustainability and internal health. This is something my dad didn't have. He was doing the unsustainable because he's a man of a rare breed, meaning he like my oldest brother, are both men that can force themselves to go beyond what most other men do. And that was the rude awakening, that he was that kind of Superman kind of guy, but yet it didn't change the internal metabolic disease that was brewing. And that was the rude awakening for us all. So the easy button is all about sustainability and internal health. When you use these 60-second signals, you aren't burning yourself out. You're actually working with your biology, your God-given biology, to reverse the damage and clear out the belly fat that is putting pressure on your organs. It's all about being healthy from the inside out. If you want YouTube to stop showing you the gym rat stuff and wasting your time, and you want it to show you more of these easy button internal health strategies, then tap the like button below right now. It tells the system to keep this high value content at the top of your feed. So comment below 60 seconds if you are going to be doing the 60 seconds tomorrow morning. Tomorrow for day 4, I'm going to be showing you the liquid mistake that most men make with their morning coffee that kills their progress before 9 a.m. And by the way, just so you know, that picture back there is my father standing in front of his truck. He was obviously a truck driver for many, many years. And as my father would say, go ahead.